believe that view. Wow. Damn, that's... Wow. 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 I love it. I'm on this trail to the shelter, and the shelter's like a half mile off the main trail, and it's difficult to get water there, so I filled up my water before I got here, and I was gonna just find a place, and it's like just a few hundred feet down the trail. There's like this beautiful campsite right here. So you get it, and somebody mentioned it in the comments, so you gotta read the comments, because I was like, man, I got a half a mile to the shelter and then a half mile back in the morning, and nope. Camp right here, and that's a good bear hang tree, so I can hang my food. See a perfect limb right there. So I've had more spiders in my tent than ever. This location. I've had to remove like 3 of them. Nothing too dangerous or too big or too ugly, but I don't know. This is my domain. Not allowed. They're all over the damn place. So, I wanted to tell a little story. As you can see, this tent, you can see through it, right? I mean, it's very translucent. And, so, the other night, I've had this before, but not anything like this that happened. So I was camped at a location, like, I was totally by myself. And it's a good site. I think it was 2 videos ago, where you see I'm under a rhododendron, like a little canopy of rhododendron by a stream. And I can't remember which video it was, but so I stayed there. Everything was great. Just normal. And so have you ever heard of night terrors? And it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. So, as you can see, my tent, like you can see through it, and it's really close. This is a very small tent. So, and it's stretchy. So you could kind of push this down right towards my face. So, I woke up, but I wasn't awake. My arms were down beside me. Okay? And an animal, a large animal, because its face was right here next to me, pushing in right into my face, and just like snorting, breathing, smelling. And I could see it was a dark object, right? Even though it was dark out, it wasn't that dark. And so I had this thing pressed up against my face, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't yell. All I had was my eyes were open, and I see this thing right in my face. And, oh my God, it was terrifying. So what happens in a night terror is your mind wakes up, but the part of your brain that controls everything else is not awake yet. So I was awake to watch this happening, although I don't know if it was really happening. It could have been a dream. It seemed absolutely real. So anyway, that thing just pressed right against my face, and I was just like, I was trying to yell, like, go away or whatever. And I couldn't move. And then it stepped down on the tent and just walked right down my tent. And, which makes sense because my tent was up against the bush, the trees. And so it couldn't walk around me. It had to walk against my tent. It was almost like an animal just ran into my tent, right? And it was like, what the hell is this thing? And then it walked around it. And by the time it got to the other end of my feet, I was awake and I got up and I'm like, get out of here. I yelled at it. But, oh my God, it was terrifying because it lasted so long to me. But I wasn't awake. But I was awake. So I'm not sure if it was a dream, if it was real. It seemed absolutely real. But that was terrible. It was terrifying. Because I was just laying there, just waiting for this thing to trample over me, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get out of the way, couldn't move. I'm certain it was a bear. I'm just certain of it. But it could have been a hog. Could have been a wild boar. There's a lot of them out there. And they're fairly large, so it could have done the same thing. I don't know. But I didn't want to... I haven't mentioned it, because I wanted to tell the story and tell you exactly, what it was like. It was absolutely terrifying. If a bear would have came up here and sniffed my tent, that would have been a lot less terrifying than having it happen and you couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't do nothing. And that was awful. So I don't know if it really happened. I don't know if it was a dream. I suspect it really happened, but I just didn't wake up fully, which is possible because I'm so exhausted, I mean, almost 60 days of doing this. And I'm not afraid to camp in the woods by myself. I'm not afraid of bears. I look at them in a scientific way, They're going to try to get my food bag, but they're not really after me. And I'm very careful about that. I don't have any food in here. My food bag's hanging. So if they come in here, it's a very, very odd thing. But anyway, that was terrifying. So I just wanted to tell that story. I had a long day today. I'm in Virginia still, almost at 700 miles. It's like 698, a couple miles to go. 700, and then tomorrow I get to eat at a grocery store that serves pizza. I go to Dragon's Tooth, which is a really cool... I'm getting hand cramps. Anyway, they call it the Triple Crown. It's a couple peaks, and they all have a really cool thing. But McAfee Knob is coming up, and that is where everybody gets their picture taken for the AT. I mean, it's the place to take that picture, that iconic Appalachian Trail picture. So that's coming up, but it's going to be full of stupid day hikers and all that kind of stuff. So I hope it's not too busy, man. I'll be mad. So hopefully I get a good picture there. Hope the pizza's good. Because that's all, I just think about food out here. I ate a full dinner. I'm still hungry. But anyway, later. Ta-da! 700. All right. Cool. Damn, that's a lot of miles through the woods. No doubt about it. That feels good. Every 100, you cross feels pretty awesome. I'm getting nowhere today. I've taken so many pictures. I mean, look at that. Wow, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Just can't believe I'm standing here sometimes. I walk through a trail just covered in orchids and views like this, and wow, just amazing. Amazing. This has seriously been an amazing trail. I mean, it's tough and it's rocky, but oh wow, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, wow. It's been so rewarding with all the orchids and these views. Look at that. Oh man. Jesus. Wow. Oh man. I'm scared to death I'm going to drop this phone. Just amazing views. Virginia. Wow. We're just right on the crest of the mountain, moving along. And you can see the mountains over there. This mountain is just like that one. So just picture yourself on the crest of one of those. Some are better than others. Some big mountains way off in the distance. Wow. AT's probably going to go straight the hell over it. It always does. But wow, beauty. Okay, coming up to Dragon's Tooth. Wow, that's awesome. So that's Dragon's Tooth. Wow. Wow. So I'm at Dragon's Tooth. View. Wow. I don't know how tall it is. Pretty tall. This is part of the Triple Crown. This is Crown 1. Getting up here. Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is just, even this over here is beautiful. Everything's beautiful today. Wow. Just wow. I mean, come on. Beautiful. Man, I'm really loving Virginia. Keep saying that.